Today is Wednesday, August 24th, and this is the Dragon Charts Daily Stock Picks video for the Indian Stock Exchange. Over the past 2 days, we've had the stocks above on our watch list for potential buy entry: Sungold, Kwality Dairy, IFG Agro, and Gujarat Flurochemicals. In yesterday's session, the Bombay Sensex index rallied about 1%, and our stocks moved higher as well. However, they all remain below their trigger price for potential buy entry. Therefore, all of these stocks remain on our watch list going into today's session, and the longer these stocks consolidate, the more powerful the breakout to the upside is likely to be. So let's just do a quick review of each of these 4 stocks, and then we have one more stock that we're looking at for potential buy entry, which we'll add to our watch list as well. Here we have Kwality Dairy. This has been on our watch list as a potential buy entry above the 170.7 level, which correlates to a breakout above the high right here of August 17th. We can draw a horizontal line. We see a nice consolidation here as the stock holds support of its 20-day exponential moving average, rising up. The prior level of resistance right here from back in April and May, that now is acting as support. So that's one of the most basic tenets of technical analysis, is that a prior level of resistance becomes the new support after the resistance is broken. So the stock's looking real good. Notice that the consolidation is getting tighter, and that's a positive sign, which usually occurs before a volatility expansion. So we anticipate this stock breaking out to the upside very soon. It's on our watch list for a buy above the 170.7 level. Next, let's take a look at IFG Agro. We can just type in the ticker symbol here in our box, and the software will jump to it automatically. Now, IFG Agro is actually on our watch list for a pullback buy entry, as you may recall. This was a stock that had just broken out on nice high volume. It's entering into a new uptrend, so we were looking at buying this on a pullback to test support of this rising 20-day exponential moving average. That's still our same plan. Nicely, the stock pulled back yesterday as we were hoping it would, but it hasn't come into support of the 20-day EMA yet, so it's still a little bit above where we ideally would like to buy it. So we'll continue monitoring. If it's strong, it may not actually pull back to the 20-day EMA, and we'll revise our entry price, but for now, our entry price is still a pullback to the 20-day EMA. Now, the 20-day exponential moving average is now 133.92. As you can see up here, it shows you the price when you hover your mouse. And so now we're raising our buy price now to about 134.50. We're going to go just above current price of the 20-day EMA. So a pullback to about 134.50 will give us a potential buy entry in IFG Agro Industry. So maybe we will see that today. The next stock we had on our list was Gujarat Flurochemicals. Similar setup here to Kwality Dairy. The stock's consolidating in a sideways range. We're looking at buying it on a breakout above the high of its range. And it hasn't broken out yet, but it remains on our watch list for a breakout above this horizontal price resistance, which is 507.60. 507.6 is still our potential buy entry. And the last stock that we had on our watch list was Sungold, traded on the Bombay Stock Exchange. This stock we were also looking at buying on a breakout above the tight consolidation. This came up on our trend reversal scan several days ago as a stock that's reversing this downtrend. It broke out above this long-term downtrend that you can see on the weekly chart right here. And now it's consolidating. Notice how we have the volume increasing right here. Increasing volume over the past several weeks. What we're looking at now is a potential breakout above the high of this consolidation right here, and that translates to a price above 25.65. Today's high was just shy of that. Now you notice that most of the stocks that we've looked at here are potential breakouts above consolidation. Well, we found a stock that's a good example of why breakouts above consolidation are one of the types of strategies that we've been using for the past 10 years. Let's take a look at that stock right now. This came up on a relative strength breakout scan, which if you click on Dragon Scans, click on India, National Stock Exchange, and relative strength breakout, We can put a minimum price and volume filter in if we like, minimum of 100 rupees for example, and 100,000 shares average daily volume. And then we hit the Scan Now button, and you'll get a list of all the stocks here that are showing relative strength that are broken out. Now, just to save time, we already looked through this list, and we found this stock right here. It's Gujarat Mineral Development Corporation. Notice how just yesterday the stock broke out sharply above this base of consolidation. The stock was consolidating in a base for actually about 8 weeks, which is a valid base. We like to see consolidations take place from, like 4 to 8 weeks is a nice time period. And the longer a stock consolidates, the more likely it is to break out sharply higher. So this stock broke out yesterday. Notice the volume that accompanied it, high volume, which confirms the strength. So this is a good breakout, an example of why we look for stocks that are in consolidation patterns. Notice that the other 4 stocks we just looked at are similar in that they are consolidating in a sideways range. So we're just waiting for the breakout, which will trigger our buy entry price. Now, if you miss the breakout in this stock, it can still be bought on a pullback. Often stocks, after they break out, they will pull back to test support of that breakout level. So in this particular case, a pullback to near this prior high right here would represent a low risk entry point. Now, we may not get a pullback all the way to the prior breakout point, but if we get it to near that level, it'll give us a secondary entry point. So we are going to add this stock to our watch list as a pullback entry, just in case we get a pullback. And the pullback entry price is going to be just above this August 1st high of 171.45. So we're going to go with a price of 172.50. 172.50 is going to be our potential buy entry here, which again is a pullback to just above this horizontal line of support. So we're adding that to our watch list. So that gives us the following 5 stocks that are on our watch list for potential buy entry. We hope you're enjoying your free trial to Dragon Scan, as well as the daily stock pick videos that are part of your subscription.